Here we go. All right. It is 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, and that can only mean one thing. It's time. It is time for us to put to bed the saga that is Elderlicht Apocalypse 6. And, yeah. Hopefully we're going to do it in style. Ooh. Hit the music just right there. All right. Where do I live for the last spell? Do I live up here? No, that's where my character portraits are. I think I might live in the lower left-hand corner. Maybe in Lustrous, or maybe it's time for me to put my tails between my legs and retreat back to the shame that is the failure of defeat. But hopefully we put an end to this saga. Let us not waste any time, though. Well, that music is assertive. I do love it. One of the greatest soundtracks of all time, I will say. This is where I left myself. Okay, so I have to do... I have some work to do here, clearly. Well, we're going to have quite an interesting night, for sure. Let's see. We've spent our resources. It looks like gold, workers, etc. are all done. We haven't used benediction. Let's see. You have a big mana pool. Yeah, we have two people who are not super great on the sustain front. We're going to need to keep an eye on that as we press forward. So you have 42 current mana, you have 43. What an interesting dilemma. I don't remember who the harder hitter is. I think it might be Perv. AKA Shadow, not Perv. So we'll do that. All right, and then we're going to need to... Hey, Larius, welcome. So let's see. So Freya here is going to have to solo aside. That much seems like a guarantee. And then Seraphina is also going to need to solo aside. I think that is also all but decided. And then we have two stunners who I think are just going to have to set themselves up on these sides and do the best that they can do. And then we're going to have kind of like I think a floating person over here and a floating person over here. And I think we can upgrade a few more walls here if we want to. Just gonna grab a few random ones. All right. The time is now. All right, we're back in it. I have allocated our heroes as one would expect. A week has passed in the grand scheme of things. So this is gonna be a spicy night. We got giant banners on all sides. Not the most helpful thing in the world. We are floating a mana crystal. Do I want to give the mana crystal to Freya here? She'd be losing a multi-hit and some damage, but it would mean that we could top off her mana. I think with hand crossbows we're okay, and I should just go easy on the mana. I think that's the better play here. All right, so we're going to start out with this configuration. I'm going to cheat you a little bit this way just in case we need it. And I'm going to cheat you. I'm going to put you here. You here. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you here and put you here. So the idea is we've got like this column, this corner, this cluster. And in fact, I'll cheat you a little left because that's a bit uncovered. Yeah. And then we'll leave Seraphina here behind this. Did you check the Elderlicht Knight 9 composition in the file as you had no basic enemies? Oh, I didn't check it. You mean in the spreadsheet that we have in Lustrous? I did not check it. We could do it really quickly now though. Let's take a look. So We'll do it really quickly. So let's see. It was Elderlicht, Knight. Oh, something has gone wonky here. Because I'm not showing... Ah, there we go. Elderlicht Knight 9. So let's see. So that's interesting. There doesn't appear to be any composition on the list that we have here. We're sure it was Knight 9. So yeah, so all of the compositions do have claws in them. There's one wave that happens 33% of the time that has a tier 1, a tier 2, and a tier 3. So that wouldn't do it. We could check Knight 10. Knight 10 also had claws. We're on Knight 11 now. Knight 11 apparently is going, if things are true, we will be doing bulkies and boomers. Knight 8? No, Knight 8 doesn't look like it either. I'll have to go back and check that again. But yeah, the spreadsheet doesn't show us anything. So, all right, let's do the thing. Into Knight 12 we go. Oh, we're on Knight 12. Never mind. My mistake. That is so many freaking soul vessels. And so many enemies. Gosh, I love the way that these knights go. Oh boy. All right. Right off the bat, there's a lot of action here. And my favorite accursed indeed. I'm just gonna do that. I just want to get rid of it. Okay, we're hitting hard on crits, if nothing else. Alright, we're hitting hard on crits, but boy are we lacking on the rest. Also, archers aren't the most fun, and I'm shamelessly going to take out this bulky before we run into some problems with it. Actually, before we do that, 1,200 points on a crit is not the worst thing in the world. But these are going to be pretty hard to get going. So let's see, I think... Okay, so we have nothing in this corner. That's at least some semblance of good news. So what that means for me is I think we're going to move to, like, here. I'd like to move... That's far enough. Stun all those guys. And I guess while we're at it, I don't need to spare Accursed. This is not some type of, like, Accursed Make-A-Wish Foundation type of thing. So I'll do that. Oh, Jason, welcome. I'm so glad to hear it. Okay, so we have one over here that I could bring my momentum hero to. Let's start out by trying to clear some miss sensors, if at all possible. Speaking of bad breakpoints, that was pretty unacceptable. Okay, so let's see. I think... We'll chill out on wreaking havoc on the enemy forces once we have cleared some soul vessels. So if I move to here, can you... So now we got this one over here. This one's going to be relatively easy, I think, to get to. There's one here, so I think we're going to do that one. That one with this guy. So I actually think... I think for now our momentum hero is going to come to here. And teleport to here. And handle this one next turn. You're making it that far in? I don't really want to... Well, we have movement, so let's not... Let's not be too precious here. Sure, that takes some pressure off. This guy's still gonna make it in. I think I still take that abuse though. I don't think it's worth... I could spend one potion charge here to Grape Shot to hope to take these guys down. Yeah, we got a good crowd. People are showing up. How's everybody doing? Let's see. We can move around and do a little bit more work, but I think we're good with him staying there. Now let's see. You... We're just a touch off on basically everybody. So let's see. If I'm going to move to here, I think... Well, we're not going to move to there. I'm hoping I can get a shot at these accursed. Probably not from here, actually. Hold on. So maybe we are going to move to here. Okay, let's get 1, 2, 3, just to be absolutely sure we get the job done. Bad ordering there, because I think we have... Anybody torn like me between rooting for a win out of respect, but also cheering for the zombies? I don't think that's as uncommon as you think it is. Unfortunately, there's always a contingent of folks that are hoping for the worst, and honestly, I'm not too mad about it. All right, I think we're... So if I move forward 1, that means we can take out the accursed. Which I think is worth it. Yeah. I think that's fine. That's fine for what we're doing. Now, you have not acted yet. You're coming down here. Okay, so that means that you're gonna do some work here. I've already done Apocalypse 6 Glintfine. It's actually relatively easy in Lustrous. Compared to Elderlick, Glintfine is a breeze. So yeah, we've already done it. How far do you move? Not far enough for me to worry about. Okay. Tuck you in like that. Alright, so what do you have left? You have a little bit of movement left, so I'm just gonna boop over here and get that guy sorted out. And then might as well zap you. It was a long time ago in Lustrous. When I was doing kind of my last big APOC push, I took care of that one because it's significantly easier. All right, more defense there. All right, I think we're good. But we're gonna have a spare one here and a spare one here. Hopefully nothing too bad. Good dodges. Now I think these are still only 8 AP. Yeah, okay. So we'll start out here. Hey, question. And then we'll do... There's a temptation to do the other one. Because this one is easier to manage. Let me come back to that one. Wizard must go. Okay. Little too early to say if we're winning, but I'm feeling reasonably okay about the state of things. So we got you, and then we have to get rid of one of you too. I think we take out this one first. It's the harder one to get to be sure. This guy's going to become a problem relatively soon, but... Do you leave the corpses for the zombies to aim for instead of the heroes in the walls? Yes. Yes, Jason. At this point in the progression, I think we're not super worried about the state of panic. Like, we're going to be okay on panic. Is my perhaps naive expectation, but having some things for them to target is not the worst thing in the world. Oh, come on now. You can do better than that, can't you? All right. So there we go. We got this, I think. Get absolutely roasted. This guy's making it in, so we're going to change his course of action to be exploding instead. Then zap you. Largely, right now our plan is to do it like a bit of a strategic retreat while also prepping for the next round of stuff. So like, for instance, over here, this guy has a decent range, if I recall correctly, 3 tiles. So if he's going to move to here, 1, 2, 3, we could stand here if we wanted to. So right here. So he's gonna walk to here, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I can't reach him. Cool. We'll do that. These guys are just gonna move past and die. This guy's not gonna make it in. All right, so we're set up for this guy to do the work next turn. Now you don't have Fortress Master, but I think we still want to move you back. This guy over here is a little tricky. I think just to decrease the complexity that we have going on here, you're the one that I wanted to sip mana on. Good luck with that. Yeah, that's the hardest part, I think, of this map as a general rule of thumb. Is so you're going to move to here, and you have a 2 range attack, right? So if you're here, 1, 2, 1, 2, so we can stand here. And then, so before we move, I'm just going to take out a few of the people that are going to be clogging up the lane here. Okay, and then I think it was here that we moved to, where, yeah, he's not going to be doing anything. Then we'll get this one next time. You're positioned well to take care of this one next turn. These runners are just going to die. I don't really want to slow them down. You can recenter yourself and get back here. You're a fortress master, so we want you up against the wall. We could thin the ranks here. Maybe we just... But I think it's better just for us to retreat. Is there any better way for us to do this fighting retreat? Not really. These guys aren't making it in. These guys aren't making it in. These two guys are. So I'll do like 4 and 2 or 4 and 3. All right, that gets this person relatively safe. So you're safe. You're safe-ish. You're safe-ish. You're ready for next turn, but we should roll over the crit. You're ready for next turn. You'll probably take a hit from somebody. And then you're ready. Okay. And then we'll just need to circle up and protect ourselves. But I'm feeling like everybody is safe. Safe, safe. Safe, 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 safe. All right. Archers are always a little dangerous. And we'll probably lose the S rank just due to the unsurprising presence of corpse piles that are doing some good work for us. So I'm not gonna complain. And then, just because accursed are annoying, do we? I think we just retreat here. Well, we have a free action, so let's. We won't regret killing a few outside of our walls, but leaving that guy on low HP just means that he's a liability more for the enemy than for us. And that's why well, I mean, I guess we can at least chug an action pot, and I'm kind of intentionally just slowing down this wave. Then we have very little to worry about over here, because Seraphina with Mana Collector is just a hungry, hungry hippo. Feed me, she says. I'm not gonna be too proud. I'm gonna take out the archer who is slightly outside of our space. And the same goes for these guys. I'm at least going to mortally wound them. Tried lots of times with defensive walls strategy and failed miserably, and then I adopted this beautiful corpse wall strategy, and it worked amazingly. Thank you, Jason. I always feel really lucky when the advice that I give helps people to improve at this game. It's not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination, and so it just feels really nice when people improve at it because of recommendations that I've made. So, thank you for the kind words. Let's see. If I move to like here. Boom that guy. We need a bit of skill range on Illustrious here. There we we go. You are just... It's time for you to retreat. Well, you have a lot of resources available, so let's take this guy down a peg or two. So question, the first change that I would make is I think that unfortunately like the economic buildings are probably the single biggest trap in the game. And the reason for that is just that they cost a lot to set up, and they are pretty limited in what they can offer for gear, right? Like that's one of probably the biggest like philosophical debates that I get into with people is corpse piles just give you gear, right? Whatever random gear you need at any given moment. When you build a blacksmith, you're kind of committing to, say, melee weapons or, you know, fill in the blank. And that can be, I think that can be really challenging. Now, are we worried about archers right now? I don't think we're too worried. So we'll just get everybody rolling on their goodies. We should start doing transfers, but let's let them wander in a bit more. And then as long as the walls are protected by the ballistas, I think we'll be relatively okay. We'd also like the archers to ideally not blow up our walls, but all right, time for Hungry Hungry Hippos Part 2. So we clear out the back line here so that Legendary Assassin procs. Assuming we have that. Yeah, we do. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing here. So we'll do like 1, 2, 1. And then we have a really nice set of... Hold on a second. This is a little weird. So, okay. So if I kill these two... Well, I think we need to kill one of these two. So I'll get you sorted. You... no, I think it's better to do this row here. Get him... And then we can start doing isolated. There we go. Yeah, so now this is all isolated targets. Which means we have yet to crack into our AP, which is always when you know things are going okay. But we also have more of these guys than I care to count. Okay, but that's sorted at least. I sense a bias of playstyle from the developers. Yeah, question. I would, even if you stick to gold mines, which I think is a perfectly valid thing to do, I think that the production building strat is, I consider it to be hard mode. I've done runs, you can find them on the YouTube where I have gone for production as my kind of like de facto, and it's just more difficult because there's a lot of setup involved that requires a lot of like front end investment. Let's see, and then if we take one more step here, we can ice this guy. Same goes for the archers. I'm not gonna spare them. We'll have plenty of small things that come in to do work. I just don't want a bunch of archers poking and prodding us. Let's see then over here. Okay, so Freya, you're the one who we want to conserve mana on, if at all possible. This guy's coming in. He's going to become a great asset to us. We may have to teleport back, but I do kind of want to get... Oh, okay. We're definitely going to have to teleport back. Freya could use some skill range. Holy cow. Might have wanted to stay out there and do something, but... let's see. I think we actually want to cheat our stun person over here. Just because I want... I guess Fortress Master's missing a lot because of the barricades and the mana well there, but I think that's okay. You're not coming in too far. You are coming in too far. So let's make sure that you're hobbled. All right, now you're safe. But this guy's not going to do me much good. So that'll slow him down. That'll take him 2 turns. Yeah, I did do Elderlicht production, but it's hard. You need really strong heroes to make it sing, which can mean that it is a low reliability strategy. What are we doing here? I think we're pretty much good. Don't know why I'm stunning those 2 guys. Just flailing randomly as you do. I think at the moment we're okay. Do I want to leave? There's a fair number of archers over here. I think the play is I slow 1 down and blow 1 up. And then if I'm going to do that, we got 2 of these guys here. Yeah, I'm not going to bother using my bonus shot there. Okay, then you're fine. You are fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right. I think we're good for another advance. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, see, the panic is stacking up because of our corpse strat, but that's okay. Okay, my friend. Shadow, you're just gonna keep doing what it is you do. Shadow looks like they could use a little bit of accuracy. This is the dodgiest runner in the history of the universe. All right, his days were numbered. I mean, the game is wonderful in that regard. I think, you know, like the capacity for the game to continue keeping you challenged and engaged is to me a really shining example of the best of what the game has to offer. Let's see this side. Let's do this side quickly while we're here. This side's going to be cake. Let's see. We'll do you. That leaves you and you isolated. Then we can get rid of you. So there's 2 isolated. Oh, missed one. All right. Get those 2. Then I think I'm going to take out this guy first because then we get 2 isolated here. Oh. All right. Dead, dead, dead. 2 isolated. But you can see our AP isn't even dipping down, thanks to Legendary Assassin. We're basically more than breaking even. So the only thing that's limiting us right now is the quantity of attacks that our weapons have on them, which is a scary thought in general. But okay, get you. All right, that's that. Very strong indeed. I'll do a little bit of chip on that guy just to slow him down. Accursed's need not apply. I actually kind of like where our breakpoints are right now. I have the ability to really wallop a... let's see, how far are you moving? You have 2 movement. He's going to move to here and blow up 2 of these when he dies. I'd kind of rather him... I guess we get the potential of a corpse if that happens, so maybe it's worth it. Okay, let's move to here. We'll follow shot that. Pop that guy. Did we take flexibility? I don't remember. My memory is failing me, but... Actually, if we go to here... I bet that takes out both of them. Nice. Our momentum hero is starting to pop off. They can hold down a side all on their own. Now, Freya... Just avoid using mana. If you can do that, mostly, that will be fantastic. I think she's going to be able to avoid using mana if that's her first turn. She should move forward just a touch more. She's also lacking a bit in mobility. But yeah, the biggest thing that I'm missing on her, because what's her? She's sitting at 78% crit, and we can keep bumping that up. Yeah, she's now. Did we pick up Bless on her? I feel like we did, but it doesn't look like it. No, I didn't take Bless. Since when? Hold on a second. Since when is the Steel Pauldron's crit bonus for 3 turns? Is that only on the level 5? Have I never noticed that before? Because that's disgusting. We're currently rolling 27% crit just off of that chess piece plus whatever crit it's giving us. So 27 plus 13, getting 14% crit from the Steel Pauldrons. Game for 320 hours and haven't even tried Glintfine yet. That's when you know a game is good. That is the hallmark of a great game. Now you haven't done anything, but I don't think I want you to. I think you're just good as is. These guys aren't coming far enough in. I can move you over. We're not even using some of our heroes. So that's when you know you're doing some type of you're gonna have some type of problem with hubris. Nah, okay, well, they're very reliable. Very reliable ballistas. Now, let's see. You are almost undoubtedly going to come in and get ballisted. So, maybe you're just going to poke our walls. I don't suffer fools. There we go. I love it when ballista kill boomers. There's something about like the explosion at the end of it that's just so satisfying. Yeah, I do think, Jason, that Poison Daggers is one of my all-time great builds. So, not to be slept on, it can do just staggeringly good work. The reason being that you have so much control with that build. All right, I'm just gonna do that. I don't want to kill this stuff if I don't have to. I just wanted to poke the boomer a little bit. I guess we could have poked a little harder. All right, that's pretty good. Now over here, still rolling more crit than sense. Do that, then we get you two, then you and you for you two. Ooh, missed some legendary assassin procs there. That was a little sloppy. And we also have We have 2 boomers that we need to get. I should probably blow up the boomers sooner rather than later, just so we see what we're left with. Then this guy's isolated. We can get those 2 guys. 14k points. Nicely done, Illustrious. Yeah, one thing on the channel points discussion, Illustrious, I wanted to pick your brain because I know people really like the gambling aspect of things, and I'm not sure if I'm, you know, on board or not with channel points betting, but it really changes the economy of how you think about the amount of channel points that someone can reasonably get if all of a sudden, you know, like I'm playing at a high enough level that people know that, you know, I'm going to win my runs and they're betting on winning the runs type of thing. But I don't know. I'm curious. Let's see. All those are isolated. With betting, the economy is whack. That's what I was thinking, right? So we kind of need to decide if that's our plan or not ahead of time before I start setting up channel point rewards. All right, let's see. I love Boom. It's so much fun. So if we want to try and keep the S rank, I'm going to start picking off a few enemies that look like they might be weird choices, but enemies that could potentially come in and damage corpse piles. I'm going to start trying to protect the corpse piles a little bit. See, like this guy's a problem. We need to slow his roll down. All right. How about over here? These ones are safe. I doubt this runner is going to come over to there, so I think that's fine. All right. We'll see if we can... Oh, actually, we've already lost the S rank. Never mind. But this night went well, clearly. Oh, that was a little sloppy. Ooh, that was a lot sloppy, actually. All right. Teach me a lesson. Tisk tisk. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'll just do that. And I think we can do this without worrying too much about the use of mana. Like I think we can cool our heals on this front. Did I do these 2 in the right order? I did. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame we lost the S rank. It was not necessary. I think I could have done better. And then also taking this damage over here was completely unnecessary, but a short lapse in concentration can make for a big... Actually, hold on. Let's roll crit. We'll do that. That. And these 2 can go. Trying to set up some more legendary assassin procs. Also, we have a decent amount of isolation on this hero. The difference between our hits when we have isolation versus when we don't is non-zero. Okay. There we go. Then over here, I'm betting 2 is enough there. Then we'll get those 2. 2 is indeed enough. And then I don't want a Cursed's draining my mana. Is it mana that they can't do? They can still do mana drain all the way until they're dead. So we'll choose dead as the setting for that guy. We don't have a health potion anymore, so what's your plus 38? You'll get most of your health back, assuming we don't take any more unnecessary damage. Yeah, but I think we're safe. Can you explain a bit about the corpse economy? I'm out of the loop. Also, do you find the mechanic to be fun? Okay. So the corpse mechanic is pretty simple. I have a whole video on it. First of all, let me link that for anyone who is curious. So the absolute best place to find information about corpse piles is this link that I will paste here. Hey, Mayank. How's it going? All right, hide those because we don't need them. But the short version is that corpses are generated based on the type of enemy, where it dies, and how much and how close it is to where it is, what type of enemy it is, and how many die in that tile. Right. So the thing that you can see is like all these black tiles, lots of enemies have died on. So the idea with the corpse mechanic strategy is just to lure things close to your base so that you can end their whole career, ideally in places where you've concentrated a lot of enemies. So that's kind of what we're doing here. My feelings on it as a mechanic is that it is close without being quite right. I think that the idea of what they're going for, I think, is quite good, right? What they wanted to do with this mechanic is they wanted to make it so that there's a high risk, high reward gameplay, right? Where if you are willing to risk letting enemies close to your base, you have a higher chance of benefiting from that. And I'm going to take out that guy just because he's wandering around. I don't want to wait for him. I think that in its current form, the main issue that the game that this has is that it doesn't necessarily feel higher risk, higher reward, because there are other aspects of the game that scale really well as you let enemies close to your base. Specifically, ballistas overlapping are a very powerful strategy. I think it was intended as more, well, I mean, they've literally used high risk, high reward, Jay, in blog posts. So I know that that was a part of their vision. Maybe not the entirety of their vision, but definitely a part of it. But yes, I think it was also initially imagined to be a comeback mechanic also. So yeah, we got the A rank, even though that looks like it should be S rank. But yeah, so the main issue that I see with the corpse mechanic strategy is the way that it interfaces with ballistas. So ballistas, right, for those who don't know, hit 2 targets, are buffable by Fortress Master. That's why this one is doing so much damage. And they hit up to 2 targets in a turn, and they can overlap. So you can have 10 ballistas all hitting the same enemy, which means that you can kill a bulky twisted just with ballistas. So that's the challenge, as I see it, is that the corpse mechanic strategy encourages you to concentrate enemies near your base, and then the ballista strategy scales up off of that. It does not hit 4 targets in Lustrous. It hits Seasoned Operator. Well, yes, okay, with the Omen of Siege and Engineering, It does slightly less damage on the second half of it, but yes, it hits up to 4 targets, assuming those targets are close together, because the targets have to be adjacent for each of the 2 hits. So it's going to hit like this tile and this tile and this tile and this tile. So it'll get 4 targets total if you're running Omen of Siege and Engineering, which I highly recommend for the strategy. But yeah, so the issue is, from my perspective, that those 2 mechanics coalesce into a very, very potent strategy. A strategy where you can essentially concentrate your units around, or concentrate your base and your ballistas all around the center and have a large area to farm goodies. So it's hard to think of a way to fix it. I do think there is a problem, for sure, that needs to be addressed, but I'm not sure exactly what the correct method for addressing that problem is. My 2 cents is the way that you do it, and I've been working on this kind of behind the scenes, but I think the way that you fix it is you need to remove damage from defenses. Damage needs to be the domain of heroes and not the domain of structures, is my personal opinion on the matter. I think I'm going to do this, and I am going to do a restore mana. I want to get people trending towards full mana. But yeah, when you combine all of those things, you end up in kind of like an awkward place from my perspective. I'm just going to take the damage. I think that's fine. And then I'll take the range damage. Oh, this is a stun hero. That was a bad grab. I thought I was doing a multi-hit hero. So the range damage was a waste, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, you are a multi-hit hero. You need damage so badly. Oh, the humanity of it. Reliability could have been a good grab there. Right now you're getting 15 isolation and 15 opportunism. Is there anything better? You're not really buffing yourself, so bless isn't really an option. Night Owl doesn't really do it for me. Not a fan of potential rewards that changes the way you play a mission when they lead to unfun patterns. Oh yeah, 94 crit. We have someone else who's pretty high up there. I guess 79 is the next closest, so we're not quite rocking it. Now this is our other stun hero. You're already at 100% stun, right? No, you're at 97. So we'll take that stun level up. I'll probably take the movement. Well, we don't need the movement. So I'll take the stun to max us out, and then he'd only be getting 1 movement point from this. Yeah, let's just take some damage. And then we'll pick up Hex. Makes us very resilient. Okay, so now we're at 11, but I think the safe bet here is to push back the mist again. So I'm gonna play a little bit lame here and go for that. And then I'm gonna go. We have 4 mountains. No, we have 5 mountains, but we're just not gonna get them all. This is just the way of the world. I kind of feel like we're strong enough that I should destroy corpses rather than leaving them to sit. I think we're better off doing that. Oh, I think my best runs ever, I've had like 4 heroes that were all maxed on crit. So it's definitely possible. Also, perhaps worth noting before we go any further. So part of the reason my stats aren't great is this hero has 5 multi-hit. This hero has 4 multi-hit. This hero has 5 multi-hit. So we almost have 3 heroes that are maxed on multi-hit. So that's the... In addition to having, what, 90% crit on that one hero? 90% crit and 5 multi-hit is the reality. And we're hoping that we'll have more people in the near 100% by the end of it. What's in Lustros's current Rock and Slayer armor? The minus crit on that's a little annoying, but I don't think we roll that. The shield is decent, so we'll look at that. We also have 2 AP on this, but with those minuses, I don't think we do it. Okay, these are a disappointment no matter what they have. 71 and 2 movement. We'll probably take that just because it's 71 gold. Yeah, I don't foresee myself re-rolling that one. Considering the corpse mechanics, either make them totally random and keep damaging defenses, or go with your ideas. I think it would be more fun if they became non-damaging. I think there's a world where that could work. I think that the idea of letting the horde get close to your base and getting more rewards for doing that is a really good design principle. Like I think that they're very close to a good idea there. The thing that they're falling short on right now, wow, that's a lot of stats. And Lustrous, are you rocking? You have 2 trinkets. Are your trinkets pretty exceptional? You could lose an action point. What did that have on it? Maybe not. We'd be keeping our momentum the same. We'd be gaining a little bit of move. I think Illustrious might be capped on movement, though. It's 78, so we can look a little closer after we finish going through stuff. This is nice. Yeah, we like this chest piece. The scale armor is good. What kind of active defenses do you see in your idea? One-shot, stun, or slow? Yeah, so that is the 2 that I've implemented so far in the mod that I'm working on. Is catapults have a catapults stun the center unit of their attack and then snare people in the blast radius, and ballistas stun. And the thing that's cool about ballistas stunning is that stun on an enemy that is already stunned doesn't do anything. So it removes the value of stacking ballistas. Like there's no value in having having all 32 of your ballistas right in the center of your base, because they all just end up stunning the same enemies, if that makes sense. So I think it incentivizes heavily spreading out those resources and creating a larger base, which I think is what I am hoping for, right? Is to make it so like, yeah, you could put all of your ballistas in the center, and then one runner is going to come in and all of your ballistas are going to shoot that one runner, and, you're going to get no benefit out of it. So it's going to be ballistas are going to become more about protecting your walls and less about anything else. 85 is good, so we'll grab that. And then we're back to this shield. So the stun is not going to be 100%. You can stun elites, for sure, right? But it's not going to be 100% stun. And at 100% stun, that's where you start to be able to stun even like bulkies and twisted. So we didn't come up with anything exceptional here. Like not a lot of upgrades, but we're gonna have some like minor upgrades, which that's fine. 69, 73, we'll take that. Okay. So let's see. So let's do gear equipping. So Seraphina, you're rocking this, and one of these 2 scale armors. Seraphina's getting a new armor, and so is Shadow. So Shadow, which one do you want? Shadow's sitting at 176 armor, so I'm going to give Shadow this one. That puts Shadow at 100% crit. Then that means Seraphina gets this one, putting her at 87% crit. Both of these get sold. That gets sold. Do we need a better power staff? No, we got a good power staff there. This one, technically, we could replace. How do these 2 compare? More base damage, obviously. This one comes with 3 movement, but we're already sitting at 16 movement. So I think I actually like the durability that one carries for the moment. We'll eventually replace it. These are all for sale For sale, for sale, for sale. We're keeping the mana crystal. This is a maybe. Druid staff is a no. This light armor. Isaac, talk to me. What are you rocking right now? You're getting a little bit of damage out of that. We could give you some more crit and some... At a loss. The loss of accuracy feels pretty bad, so I think I'm just going to sell that. Same with this. We'll keep this for the moment. All right, let's sell. But yeah, everything in the world of stun in the game is percentage based. So at 100%, like you'll see enemies have like 80% stun resist or something like that. And 80% stun resist, if you have 100 stun chance, means that you have a 20% chance of stunning them. Your stun is capped at 100%. Okay, so let's see. So no. I sold most of these. So I probably should have reviewed the items in the shop before I decided. And then any potions, level 4 scroll I will pick up. We have a lot of money right now, so... Ooh, 6% crit on a hand crossbow seems pretty good. Show me someone who has... You have a level 5 hand crossbow with 2 multi-hit. We're not going to be replacing that immediately. Shadow? Being a game designer has to be tough as nails, having to balance for peeps who optimize the fun out of the experience is a thankless job. It's a little challenging for sure. We can't really lose a multi-hit here, I don't think. So you're not going to be able to take it. And then Seraphina. Seraphina's still getting 1 out of her hand crossbow. So I don't think this one quite works. It was close to greatness, but not quite there. We can grab a better... So this magic crystal is 8 and 5. This one is reducing reliability, which I don't love. We'll definitely take that potion. We do have a magic hat if we want the multi-hit. Right now I think our hats are pretty good. Who's our person that doesn't have... Who hasn't maxed multi-hit? It's you. So you would lose 13% crit. I don't think I want to lose 13% crit, unfortunately. I think I want another warp crystal. This one is not a terrible warp crystal, so I'll grab that. Comes with a lot of mana, for sure. So we're gonna have that in our hip pocket. That's the idea. But I think we roll again. Ooh. Mana crystal with crit and experience gain is interesting. This is a big get for us, though. We like to see that. Okay. I don't see anything else here that's game changing. Let's swap this in while we're at it. So it was it Seraphina who's at 4? Yeah, this puts her at 5 multi-hit. Also increases her damage. All right, so everybody is max on multi-hit, which feels really good. So now we need to find... Now we're mostly hunting for crit. I mean, I think that games can be a puzzle in which optimizing can be a very satisfying process. So I don't want to knock it. I do think that part of some of the most fun I've ever had in video games has been in that space of like adversarial with the devs. You know, the devs are trying to patch things out as quickly as you're finding new ways to do things. The time in my life where that was the most interesting was back in the World of Warcraft days, where it really felt like the Wild West, and we were constantly trying to find exploits to help us take down bosses that we weren't supposed to or weren't supposed to be able to yet, that were meant to be kind of like unbelievably difficult. And that's just fun. Okay, so let's see. So this, if we start to have an overage of multi-hit, boots like this are really nice. They've got some range damage, they've got some crit, they've got some accuracy. I'm going to pick this up as like a maybe, even though it's relatively low level. I think it's a good pickup for us. We're also looking for some offhands. Don't for a second doubt that. I'm a little sad there was no There was no Blood Mage on this run. Didn't even think of it until now, but it's a little sad. All right, the gold is going quick for sure. Propagation and skill range down for multi-hit doesn't really work for me. This offhand, it's not terrible. The downside is very low. I think I'll probably grab that. This wand also decent, but not quite. We'll grab that. All right, and then I think we got one more roll in us. I don't even know if we need 3 energy pots like this, but I'm going to grab it. This is, I think, the penultimate night. Optimizing the fun for me equals playing unfun patterns because they are optimal. As a game dev, you have to ensure that such a situation is fixed. I think so. Yeah, I mean, if like, the best example of that is the olden days. For those who don't necessarily remember, back in the days of the last spell, in the very early versions, one of the dynamics of the game was that you could miss sensors were game long rather than like night long. They would respawn on a certain cadence. And so one thing that you could do is you could sit around at the end of the first night and spend 20 minutes killing all of the miss sensors. It was a decidedly unfun experience to go through all of that pain on the first night and then not have to think about that mechanic for the rest of the game. So you don't want something like that. I don't think corpse piles are like that in their current incarnation. I think that corpse piles are a lot more intriguing in their current form. So let's see. In Lustrous, we could drop 1 AP and we'd be picking up a ton of damage. We'd be keeping our momentum approximately the same. We'd be nerfing our scepter a little bit. Oh yeah, do we have one energy pot that needs upgrading? There we go. Yeah, now it's all 5s. We could use 2 more 5 scrolls, but that's okay. Good eye, Larius. We have 300, so I will give it one more roll because we can probably afford just about anything that they throw at us. 2 skill range and -7 crit. This is why Apocalypse 7 is not fun. You see a cool item and you're like, that would make my hero stronger, and you're like, actually, it's hot garbage. All right. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna upgrade our walls. I think we can do all of our walls here. Maybe. Olive's going to need some attention in a second here. So let me run a quick ad break, and I will be right back in 60 seconds. So don't go anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to have my Be Right Back screen up, but I'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. As a reminder, if you've been hanging out on the channel for a while, before we get into the next phase of our development, we have moved into the world of subs. So if you have a free Amazon Prime subscription that you want to toss my way, that is a thing that you can do that would be greatly appreciated. So, not saying you need to, but it's been cool when it's happened in the past. And in the meantime, I am gonna clear all this stuff out. Yes, and I will do ad breaks when it makes sense and when I think I'm gonna be up for 60 seconds. I hate to do them and slow things down normally though. All right, there we go. So we're gonna clear all that out. I just, I figure we're in good shape. We don't need to hamstring ourselves. I already used benediction, it looks like. Alrighty. Let's see, we're floating a little bit of money still. We could probably do one more roll. Just see. Better to do them early and often than not at all. Nope. Alright. We'll chill on that. So let's see. So we're getting it from 3 sides, which means 2 people to a side, which means 1 multi-hit hero on each side. I should probably put our mana collector in the middle. And then I will pair her with a stun boy. So let's see. We're gonna put you over here. Put a stun gentleman here. Put you here. Put you here. Put our momentum hero up here. And put our other person here. This is gonna be our setup. And then I don't think we're gonna build anything. We're gonna kind of pool resources. We could slap down some more warp gates, but I don't think we need to. And this is the penultimate night. So the thing about tonight, and the thing that makes it the hardest, is all of the vessels that light up are going to cost 10 AP to squelch, which is always a little brutal. All right. We've done all the things? I think we have. The penultimate night of Elderlicht. Here we go. Night number 13. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. Okay, didn't even see the ones that popped up here. Twisted and bulkies. All right. Elite Twisted right there. Always fun. Okay, so let's make sure... It's always hard with the mist to make sure that you see all of them. So you got 1 here and 1 here. You got 1 here. This elite is going to make it slightly annoying to get both of these. And then over here, we got nothing over here. We got 1 here. We got none here. So it really is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and 1 here. Not great. But I think we can work with it. I'm going to move to here. Oh, really? I have to move to here to do that? Oh, there's a blocker in the way. Grumble. All right, I think we have range to do it this way. I like to get the mist sensors out of the way if at all possible. Now, I was hoping I would get these bulkies roasted. But as it is... So these have 5 range. So this guy is moving to like a maximum of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy is moving to a maximum of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we're standing here, we're technically okay. And we have a lot of charges, which means I think we can dodge ourselves up. All of it is going to need a little bit of attention. I can try again for the stun here. Also a little nervous about this guy, so maybe what we do is we do that. There we go. We stun the Twisted. We're potentially still going to take a little bit of abuse. I think I'll move to here so that this guy can't hit us. And we'll leave them there. All right, we need one person over there, but you're gonna come over here and help us out a bit more, I think. Freaking Olive is driving me up the wall today. She's been really having a hard time. I have to go let her in. Give me 1 second. It's a rainy day, so I can't just leave her out. Be right back. Larius, yes, we could if we wanted to. So are you safe here? You're safe here, right? You might get hit by some, like, minor guys. We already teleported this guy out. This is the only guy that's doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. All right, let's be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Almost got stunned. That would be bad for business. Then over here we can pretty much ignore. We might want to transfer, actually. Hold on. Let's do this. Because this side's going to be the problem side. Holy smokes, Olive is having a tough time. Put some damage in on that Twisted. We should probably start working on this Twisted over here. I'm just going to do 5 as a starting point. It's Elite Twisted. What's your deal? You just have plus armor. Okay. Seraphina, you're a mana collector. Let's just put in another, like, 7. Actually, hold on. If we move forward just a little bit, can I get a shot off at this? Oh, okay, let's do that. Bork? Why are we borking? Bork, bork, bork. Makes me think of the Swedish Chef. Let's see. So I'm gonna move you to, like, here. Out of range. Ugh. Terrible. All right, let's send our momentum hero in here to do some work. Thank you, Illustrious, for your miss-sensor clearing capacity. I think we'll probably have you come down and do this one. I don't know if we're going to get both of those, but we have 4 heroes over on this side ready to spring into action. Okay. Then you... Yeah, so we're going to have some transfers. We're going to be able to do some stuff. I think these two are relatively safe. All right, let's see what we can do about the sensors. They're going to be annoying, for sure. Yeah, it was a rainy morning for our walk. Always fun. All right, another elite. Fun times were had by all. Let's see. You're going to do this one. So much for having a turn, right? Grumble, grumble. Do this so that we get the ballistas charged up. Okay, we didn't miss any over here. No, everything looks fine. Okay, so you... You can do that one. Then we can use our second charge. Yeah, these knights aren't super elite heavy in my experience. And then I think I will just do that and call that the end of your turn. Now, this melee we can definitely leave until later. So let's... First priority is this mage. Let's get them sorted out. Now, I'm gonna get this guy done. Gonna poke into these two a bit. Just, you know, just to start the festivities. I opened that one up specifically so we could do it. What are you? You're a mage. So mages really need to get taken care of the turn that they show up. That's it's good for business that we don't leave them hanging around. Now we have Shadow here, and we have our momentum hero. Our momentum hero is a long way to go to get to that one. Shadow has blink and teleportation scrolls. So this is going to be mana. This is going to be pricey from a mana perspective, but I think it's worth it. The last thing we want is someone buffing up a mage. Then before we go back too far, let's just start the process of working on that guy, and then we can retreat here. Okay, that leaves... This leaves you, who I think I'm just gonna... This guy's just getting in the way of me doing what I need to. I'm just gonna slow the onslaught over here. Get a stun on that bulky and get this guy back. Then that means you have to do one of these two. You have tons of mana potions and a warp crystal. So this is going to be... We're going to be able to spend some getting where we need to get. There we go. I'm gonna poke that guy just because I can. Oh, this guy's a blocker? Come on. Okay. Get you back like that. So at this point, I think everyone's safe. We still obviously have this guy to take care of, but he's going to be a non-issue for the foreseeable future. I will, at this point... That was not what I wanted to do. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it was you who I was... That was weird. We have a lot of energy potion charges, so I'm gonna do some stuff like that, and then also when I see archers, I'm gonna take them out, make sure everybody's rolling over their powers, assuming they can. All right, you're the only one that's left. All right, I think we're okay. This guy's not coming that far in. Oh, he's energetic, so he's moving twice. That changes a lot of things. So he's going to move to here. So his movement is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to put him like here. Then that means that we need to... We're going to spend some mana to make sure that nobody gets clipped when he comes in. Yeah, so you're going to move to here. Then you're going to So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get to here. Yeah, you should be in the desert. Nobody's going to do anything. But then we're absolutely going to have to blow him up. Okay. Shooting my walls. I don't like it. Jokewa, I just made a video all about how to mod the last spell. So you're in luck. It is... Do I have no one up here? I guess I'll move you up here to make sure that this doesn't fall apart. But the answer is it is relatively easy to mod if you're not looking to do crazy levels of modding. I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but the relatively short version is that it is most of the game's data is housed in XML, and so it is relatively easy to change it. But it is not it's not all there. So, like, for instance, if you want to change, like, a lot of the skills, super easy, super straightforward. Let's see. I need to get rid of all of these blockers before I unleash my magic missile. There we go. That's better. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. But yeah, I made a guide whose sole purpose is to try to help people figure out how to mod the game. And I've been doing modding streams. Yeah, but you can't change everything. You can't change everything. Okay, let's do our free one. I think we're going to get this guy. I mean, I know we're going to get him. The question is, are we going to get him? We're going to leave him at 3 hit points. Seems right. Boom. Okay, then our momentum hero is great to cover this. Oh, I forgot we had to descend. Do we think our momentum hero can still get down to do this? It's going to be a little tricky. I think we can do it, though. We have double potions, so... Okay, and I think what we do is we go to... There's like a little corner here. Maybe we stay right where we are, actually. I think that might be the play, as weird as that sounds. Okay, so let's see. So let's start working on these guys. And then do these 3 first, and then those guys. It's never lethal. I mean, that does sound like my standard operating procedure. Are those doing 0 to you? Aw, I thought. Don't you have Seraphina? Oh, is Seraphina our? I see. Okay, I'm gonna let us finish it up with Thorndyke here, so that Seraphina can keep a little bit in reserve. You're fine. Just zap that guy because I don't want to deal with him. Leave this guy for the ballistas? Nah, we'll take the glory. Now, are you safe? I think you're safe. Famous last words, but I think they're safe. This Twisted is not going to make it in, which is annoying, but... But yeah, Jokewa, I'll get you the link for that video, my latest creation on modding the last spell, just in case you're interested. There she blows. Share. Copy link. And then, Jakewa, you were asking over on YouTube, so I'll hit you with it there. There you go. So that's the latest and greatest. Yeah, and it's been really fun modding the last spell. Definitely not without its limitations, but, you know, such is life. Now you are going to come into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like everybody's good. Gonna stop that guy because he might poke the wall in an awkward sort of way. And then I'm a little worried about these two twisted. I think we're gonna have to kill them before they get in. I was gonna say, I felt like we should have done better there. All right, looks good. My walls. Okay, uncool that this twisted is just sitting out here loitering, buffing other things, but that's why I like to be in as many places as possible, Jokewa, so that people can find me where they want to find me. All right, so we do that. That gets that sorted out. Now you. I'm gonna have Illustrious come up this way and start to handle this corner so that we can move Freya down to work on the corner here. Those. Lovely work. Let's do 5. I bet 5 gets the job done. Okay, 2 gets the job done on an isolated bulky. All right, Freya's going hard at the moment. We have learned that lesson the hard way. Then Seraphina. Seraphina's got Mana Collector, so we should make sure to utilize that near infinite font of mana. Yes, wall damage does contribute to panic. We're not super panic concerned at the moment, I will say. All right, so you might as well... Like, there's no point in leaving these guys stunned. Might as well zap these fools. Ooh, that was bad. I missed out on a Legendary Assassin potential proc there. Okay. Move you back around the corner. You're gonna... This guy is, I think, technically inside the walls. Then you're powered up, so... I don't think we leave someone powered up here to cause trouble. I'll drink a potion even, and... So this bulky's coming to here, so that means we do need to retreat around the corner, but that's fine. Still sour over that change? It's... I'll tell you, like, I understand, because I generally don't play with walls because of it, but it doesn't... grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that impactful. Excuse me. It, you know, yes, it's annoying. Yes, it has some limited impact. Yes, it makes walls a little less viable in my eyes, but it's not a game changer by any stretch of the imagination. mean, like you can see, we're getting a little bit of a poke on our walls, but the amount of panic that it's generating is pretty darn negligible. All right, so let's see. So let's get you out of the way so that I can actually see things. I don't mind spending some mana. We have a lot of mana. All right, there we go. Let's see then. Open with Seraphina. Just focus on things that we can get isolated. I think 3 is more like it for us, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. 3 for this one on bulkies, 2 for the other one on bulkies. Then see how many of these we can zap with the hand crossbow. This is why we hand crossbow. I don't mind poking this guy down a bit more. And if I can get rid of that guardian, that's fine too. Less hit point increasing for other people. That looks good. Then we have Freya, who's working this corner. And she is thriving on isolated targets. That's... Yeah, she's basically getting double damage on isolated targets. No, it's going to come in on its own time. It hasn't charged up yet though, so I can't file an official complaint with the Better Twisted department. We haven't even used Shadow here. I mean, I would use my hand crossbow, but it seems like it's a bit of a waste. Since we don't need the multi-hit. All right, we got bad guys over here. The perfect boom. Ah, it's like a flower blossoming. There we go. All right, there's all the panic sorted out. Now this guy here is coming to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little close for comfort, but we can transfer here to get the job done. Get everybody out. You're coming in. You're coming in. This guy still has 1,500 hit points. Will Twisted come into the Haven? That seems like it would require a lot of micro. There's a few Twisted in our lives. All right, who didn't do anything at all? That is not entirely surprising. Keep Fortress Master here. We should actually move this guy down because that gives more of these access to Fortress Master. Oh, it looks like we're going to take a wall hit from a Lancer. Ooh, we took a regular hit from a Lancer. Hot damn. That's unpleasant. Lancers are always a little tricky. You think you're safe, and then kablammy. They ruin your fun. I'm gonna take out this Twisted preemptively because I see it becoming a problem. They really are. They really are. All right, well, didn't kill it, but I think we did enough there. What? This guy forgot to die. He was unaware. The thing about Illustrious right now is our crit stinks, unfortunately. Okay, so you... Alright, let's get rid of some of the immediate proximity problem people. We're gonna have to build a temple just to get Seraphina back up and healthy, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We've certainly had worse. The fact that she didn't die is very merciful. I mean, no question about that, Illustrious. No question about that. And just because I'm annoyed by the damage that we took, I am going to continue my onslaught. Have at the foul hell beasts. All right. We're going to get max corpses anyways, so the idea of being overly cautious here is pretty foolhardy. Now you have 50% resistance reduction, right? So I suspect we might even be able to do like this. Oh, how the mighty twisted have fallen. All right. They will die to the hand crossbow. Almost sad. All right, at this point, I've said they're going to die to the hand crossbow, so I'm not gonna let them prove me a liar. Okay. Should I take out this twisted too? Nah, his move is looking really good. So we're going to let him move in. So that's all clear. You've seen better days, Seraphina. Everybody's chilling over here. Let's do a quick scan for Lancers, make sure that I'm not making the same mistake twice. Like, yeah, you're not coming in. Yep, I think we're good. Does crit mastery perk plus crit damage scaling have a ceiling? No ceiling, no. Zero ceiling. That guy not moving in as far as he could is really uncool. Actually, hold on. So we should do kill this person, then these two, then this, then get rid of you. I'm gonna let our friend Thorndyke here have a little fun with the accidental thrifty that I picked up. Now you... This guy seriously didn't come in? All right, I'm gonna let them hang out. Now you, the one shot, nicely done, Illustrious. Way to clutch out the crit when you needed to, despite your crit percentage being 6%. That's clutch if ever I've seen it. Okay. Now. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so what we can do is, for the final night, it's not a big deal to build a temple as a disposable entity. We'll bring one up. I'm bummed we're gonna have to spend a worker to get Seraphina healed, but we want to go into the final night healthy. Really, probably unnecessary, but okay, let's get you going. I think... Oh, your range is terrible. Alright, we can have Seraphina do some work first, I guess. Kinda bungled that one. Not my finest work. I guess we need to get rid of this Twisted. So we still have at least one panic-causing enemy. I think you need to retreat. And then you can... This Bulky's in kind of an awkward place. I think I'm gonna ice it. Or at least injure it grievously. Okay, I think we're safe, but we can, as we walk around the corner, we can pop this guy so he comes in more slowly. Controlled arrival. We still got a panic coming from somewhere. Oh, it's up there. Panic fixed. All right, so now we're just gonna zap some of these stun guys. Alright, we can let people chill for a minute here. I think that's fine. Who still has a bunch of actions? You do? Yeah, that's fine. We don't need them. Top corner here could potentially use a bit of love. But that corner piece, losing that corner piece is truly, truly heartbreaking. So I think we've gotten to the point now where this side is pretty much going to be stymied and very few enemies can even come in. I think I do need to kill the... You need to kill his bulky. That's close enough to killing, I guess. Okay, can you just get rid of this guardian, please? Thank you. Okay, those are hitting for 0, so we'll have to find another way to get that guy sorted. I'm a little confused as to why these two Twisted have different amounts of resistance. I guess it might have buffed itself. Just to make sure we get the job done. All right, let's get some booming going. And I think next turn will be a good turn for you to come in. Then over here, looks like we can completely go for this. There's nothing. We're not waiting on anything here. Everything has come in except for like a few random things. Okay, where's the panic still coming from? Kind of wish there was like a button you could push that would show all the panic generating enemies. Because it seems like there's panic over here. But that doesn't make a lot of sense because I see stuns on all the enemies that are over here. But oh, maybe it's this bulky actually. Hold on. We didn't actually kill the bulky or stun it. So that's probably what it is. Yeah, there it goes. But now that we're in the mix here, let's delete some fools. Alright, that's good enough. Still sad about that wall we lost. It will forever haunt my dreams. This Twisted is just like, what if I stand one tile outside of your base? But the ground here... What? He wasn't charged! He wasn't charged! Was he charged? Wow. Alright, well... We didn't lose anything, but that was an oopsie daisies. Was he seriously charged and I missed it? Apparently not. I'm sad. That was extremely sloppy. You blink, and then all of a sudden... Alright, well, I guess it means that we're going to get more value out of our temple, right? The silver lining. Our temple is going to get more value. All right. Now that See, the problem is we have a lot of corpses, and I really... Okay, let's get everybody over here so we can see. All right, so you are far left, so we'll do that. Come on. I think, realistically, we can get away with just making a temple and using its base functionality to get the heal. I don't think we need to spend a worker on that. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll spend gold, but we'll save our workers. Hey, Wild Archer. We're running Siege, Engineering, Advanced Training, Leaps, Dexterity, Scavenging, and Bargaining. To great effect, I will say. So let's see. We're going to do... Okay, so first of all, I will hide my shame by doing the repairs early here. You saw nothing. Everything is fine. Our little box is very happy. Definitely get the legendary items. And then... there's nothing else to spend on, so just more items. Oh, wow. Looks like we got all the mountains, too. I guess we did such a good job concentrating enemies on this side that we didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think Scavenger was one of the MVPs. But I will say, the real MVP of this run was keeping the Seer. That's the... I genuinely think that is the #1 thing that was the difference maker. All right, let's do level ups here. Big crit power for someone with 87% crit feels pretty good. Were you the one who was struggling with skill range? Your skill range is +4, so you're probably doing fine. I still think we take it, though. The magic damage is going to be surprisingly impactful. I actually want the magic damage. With 4 skill range, we don't need anymore. And then I'm going to roll here. We're already maxed on ballistas. We have 32 of 32 ballistas. There are no more ballistas to be had. You can't build more ballistas. Let's see. Isaac. We got damage. You're maxed on stun, right? 60 plus 32... You're only a little over. We could take it, and then maybe we can drop some gear. We may be able to replace some gear if we take that, so I will do that. Freya. We'll definitely just take the damage. We just need more, and then... That's a bust. We'll take healing received. We could have gotten that, so we got more out of our heal. Illustrious is lacking a little bit in momentum. And then we'll take some regular straight damage. Your accuracy is low. Let's fix your accuracy. That's better. And we'll take some range damage. Then over here... Take some resistance reduction. That's good. That'll be good against Twisted. Not that I think we're going to be killing a lot of Twisted this night. For context, the final night of this map is not about what you think it is about. It's all about just extinguishing the flames. So that's what we'll be doing. Let's check out our elites, see if we got anything spicy. This would be a reroll. Wow, they really want to give us daggers, don't they? For the right hero, that helm isn't bad, but I think we're gonna do a roll on each of these. Ugh. Okay, at least that sells for 105. I mean, it's just like if your strategy is good and you've created a lot of mobility for your heroes. How about this? How about +2 multi-hit, -1 multi-hit? Do you want to know why I don't think that Apocalypse 6 is fun. This is why Apocalypse 6 is not fun. Look at this mana ring. And tell me that Apocalypse 6 is fun. We're still going to take it. We're still going to use it. But how lame is that? That would have been an exceptional item, and now it's kind of like, that's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's still a net of +1, but it could have been a net of +2, which would have been fun. Like, I like fun. Okay, it's the final night, so in Lustrous Might, we might be crowning a new king. Yeah, that's a very reasonable trade. That's not it. That's not it. In Lustrous, you're gonna wear a crown for the final night. I hope you are grateful for this this incredible bestowal. I'll take that. It's the most valuable and the one that we might use. This is all trash. Cursed Crown. How ironic. Ooh, I wanted some skill range for you. We could also get you 2 AP on a sword. Replace the scepter with a sword. I don't think that's the play. And also, we like this skill range for you. The warrior armor is kind of interesting. Both of these being 1 level off hurts a little bit. Hurts, don't it? Yeah, unfortunately, neither of those are quite up to snuff. Something nice about spending your rerolls early so that you can just go through and be like, this is the best thing. Spiked Helm is meh. Hammer, the good old momentum hammer build. Nobody ever expects the momentum hammer build. Wisdom Amulet. It's got a lot of good stuff. We don't care about daily health regen anymore, but I'm pretty sure every one of our trinkets is pulling its weight more than that one. I'll still grab it, but it's not actively bad. It's also just not good. All right, 71 is the best we're going to do. We're not taking a short bow. Ooh, this is... All right, now we may have a decision to make, because that is my favorite scepter. I think the other scepter remains better, but okay. So lots of garbage we're definitely not keeping. Let's go through and cull the herd a little bit on stuff that I just took because its sell value was good. This one's kind of tempting. I might hang on to that and at least do a comparison. All right, so we're gonna at least take a look at the rest of the stuff. So in Lustrous right now, and Lustrous is rocking a lot of momentum. Do we swap some skill range in? Probably not. Crown your king, King in Lustrous the bold. Then we have to decide if Seraphina would benefit from this. She'd lose some damage. She'd lose quite a bit of damage. I don't think we can make that work. So that's going to get sold. I don't think... Okay, this is sell, this is sell. This is sell for sure. This is not better than the one that we currently have. 13% crit. I might sub that in. This is sell... Sell. All right. What is this? This is garbage. All right. Sell, 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 sell. And sell. All right. See, unless just giving you... What would we be losing? We'd be losing... Nah, we can't lose that much momentum. Bah, humbug. I was really excited to give you some skill range, but... Can't Can't make it work. Now, our stunners, Thorndyke is getting an AP off his chest. Isaac, what's Isaac's skill range? Isaac's skill range is 4. Thorndyke's skill range is 6. So you would gain accuracy, dodge, stun, and move. But you would lose a little bit of damage. That's okay. Skill range feels pretty good. Now, we have a multi-hit amulet, so we can replace something that has 1 multi-hit on it. Like, what is this giving? That wasn't terrible. We could replace this. The Stingy Turtle Charm is decent, though. Is this really the best? We can upgrade this crossbow. Oh, is this crossbow good, though? It's pretty darn good. Because, like, I can swap this in for these spiked boots. We lose some range damage. And then this could go here. We lose 13% crit. I'd rather be at 100% crit. These swift boots. These are 20% stun is a lot. Let's see. This has 12 damage and a hit. That doesn't come nearly close to that. Says crit, ton of isolation. Yeah, I guess these spike boots are the worst unless we want to drop 13 crit for this and then swap this out, but I think the skill range on that is better. All right. Make sure everybody's still at 5 multi-hit. And then I think, yeah, these get sold. You might be nearsighted, but you hit like a truck. No isolationist? I mean, I'm hitting for 2,000 with my multi-hit heroes, so I'm not sure I need someone who does just isolation. But no, I almost never roll someone that runs the longbow. It's just in my experience, rifle/longbow people who focus on isolation just don't. They take too much setup, so there's too much investment to get them to the point where they can do their big hits, and I hit plenty hard enough as it is. But you know, to each their own. There are many ways to play the game, for sure. Minus multi-hit on that is unfun. It's a lot of stun, but we don't really need it. We can be thinking about, ooh, level 5 warp scroll is good. We really only care about level 5 gear at this point. Like, it's going to be very hard for a level 4 item to entice me. We're probably just going to burn through all our rerolls, if I'm being honest. That's the way it usually happens on this final night. There's not a lot of value to be gleaned from the shop. This, though, that's a lot of crit power, a lot more crit power, a lot of range damage. This we will take. That's a good item. I will find a home for that. I think that's better than one of these two. So let's compare it here. You're gaining the same amount of crit and a ton more crit power. You're already at 100% damage, so we could do that, or we could put it here. I kind of like putting it here. Keep you at 100% crit and get your crit power up into the stratosphere. Time to spend 2k gold on rerolls. Don't you know it? All right, we'll get rid of those two. I wish the filter was sticky. Such a small change that would have such a profound impact on my use of filters in the store. This iron shield, nah, not really. Plus and minus 7 momentum on this. Love to see it. Oh, steel longbow, plus 2 multi-hit, plus 7% crit. How much fun would that be? The answer is unfortunately not very much fun. It's a fun idea, but the weapon having no internal synergy basically means it's a write-off. An AP and a multi-hit, but we lose some damage. It's probably not worth the price of admission. We're still looking for some crit over here. Could do with some better pants. We could find a warp crystal with some crit on it. But yeah, Seraphina's being held back a bit. I don't think this has a play for us. I don't think we have any one multi-hit trinkets that I'm like, yeah, I would swap that out. Most of our one multi-hit trinkets, like, we could say lose 2 AP or lose 2 skill range for 1 AP. I don't think that's worth it. I don't want to lose the 13 crit. We could say 1 AP is worth more than 12 damage. So we would be gaining reliability, but we'd be losing 17% damage. Nah. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, show me the money. Let's get one more exceptional item here. Offhand wand. One more shot does not a difference make, unfortunately. That helm doesn't quite work. The rogue armor is good crit, but not quite what we're looking for. I did see a... where was it? A leather cape. Unfortunately, it's a little lacking. AP on a rusty shield. We'll buy it. I doubt we have a spot for it. Most of our offhands, I think, are pretty decent. I need a better adamantium hand crossbow. This could be an illustrious upgrade. 10 and 14. You lose some daily mana regen, but you gain some crit. Yep. That's good stuff. Level 3 energy potion isn't going to do it. Lone wolf helm. We could get an AP here for some crit power. I think... here, with a level 4, here we're getting some defense and some mana. I think an AP is better. AP and base damage, I think, is better. That's potentially a controversial pickup. But it looked reasonable to me. As we burn through our fat stacks of cash. That offhand was close. Didn't quite do what it needed to. We have no one that's doing propagate, so Prophet's Veil is not really that interesting. Momentum weapons with minus momentum is always... I think we're full on level 5 energy pots. Yeah, we just need one teleport scroll. Level 5 teleport scroll. And then we're in business. Yeah, every time I go back to check people's gear, we have to resort, which is like just tedious. That wasn't the roll. Oh, level 3, not quite. Slayer's pants. I feel like this is pretty standard in Lustrous. I feel like ooh, offhand pistol. Oh, minus 5% momentum. Fun killer. Apocalypse 6 fun killer. I find that by the end of Elderlicht in Lustrous, if you're looking for a stat, regardless of what that stat is, you will find it. In whatever quantity you need. You just have so much time in Elderlicht. So much time. Ooh, an eye patch? In Lustrous, do you want to wear an eye patch instead? We get you 9% momentum and an extra AP. Get you 1 away from the AP cap. And then a silver pistol. They're both +5. This one comes with stun and mana. It's not really, that's a bit of a side grade. I'll take that, I might grab it. You'll rock the crown? Alright. I might find someone else to give that AP to. Offhand crossbow. Do we have someone who has an offhand crossbow? I'll just buy it. Going back to check just means that I have to resort, and at this point we're optimizing for progress. So with this scepter, we could get you in Lustrous to the cap, but the crown has been selected. We'll do one more, and then I'm going to take a beat. We never got that last scroll. All right, let's dole out some gear. So let's see. So I said this level 4 can be swapped with that. Then we find Illustrious. We slap that on you. We could ditch the offhand pistol for this. Oh, it's minus momentum, so we have to give it to someone else. This has stun chance and a little bit of damage. This is just crit power. All right, level 4 hand crossbow can go there. We don't care much about momentum. If we didn't think we need the warp crystal, we could slap the rusty shield on, but I don't think... Yeah, I think these AP items were a bridge too far. What do we have down here? Another warp crystal? I might swap in a warp crystal, to be honest. The Final Night is so much about mobility. It is all about mobility. 6% momentum doesn't quite do it. Warlock Greaves in another lifetime. Offhand with reliability. All right, we're reaching the end of our rerolls. If it was a level 5 meteor ring, there's like a part of me that would be like, maybe. I also love a good adamantium sledge. We've been really deprived of adamantium sledges, I feel like. +3 skill range on a steel sledge. If it wasn't level 3, I might have, it might have caught my eye. I think the most I've ever seen is 4 skill range on a single item. But 3 is pretty darn good. All right, so these just aren't getting used. Gives us one more reroll just to see. Skill range and crit? No, I don't think so. All right. Spend them if you got them. Keep the warp crystal just in case. Hardly even anything to look at here. Two-handed axe with multi-hit. All right. That's all she wrote. Okay, so now the only remaining question is, do we want to ditch a bit of damage for a bit of additional mobility? The offhand crossbow is pretty good. It would be this. Okay, so it's this shield, basically. I think mobility is more. I like hitting hard though. I think we have enough. We're not gonna struggle. I think we'll be okay. And then I think what I'll do is I'll probably just do my standard. Okay, let's be strategic though. So I think the remaining places that we could use warp gates, I think, are here and here. Let's get those sorted out. Then, okay, that's just fast fingers being too fast. Now this Final Night is going to be over in the blink of an eye. That's kind of its nature. It goes real quick, so I'm not gonna be overly particular about things. I think it's time to allocate our people. So I'll put Seraphina here. Put Isaac on a corner. Put in Lustrous on a corner. Put Freya here. Put Perv here. And put Thorndyke here. All right. Yeah. And then everybody's on a warp gate, so we can swap around relatively easily. We just have to get people to where they are. The first turn is the hardest. Excuse me. Do I think I can win the boss night without killing more than 20 mobs? I mean, probably. I'm making some gaps here so that I have a place to get nearby. Does that include ballistas? Because the ballistas are going to kill like 100 mobs. Maybe 200, as the case may be. So, do I need to do a lot of damage with my heroes? No, not really. But I probably will, just to keep things safe. But anyways, let's get into it. All right, here we go. The final night of Elderlicht Apocalypse 6. Assuming nothing goes terribly wrong, maybe we got a chance. Yeah, I just think it wouldn't be smart in Lustrous. I think it would be foolhardy not to clear the area around things as I move my heroes towards them. So I probably will do that. We brought the crown. We'll do what we can do. Wait, so we got a hammer bro here, a hammer bro here. What? We didn't get anybody over here or over here? Is that the way that usually goes? All right, so you're gonna. So you don't need to be here at all. You can come over to this one. I'm gonna get rid of some of these just for giggles. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for any type of minimizing kills challenge. I'm just gonna we're just gonna do the thing. We're just gonna do the thing. All right, so that's that. Someone's gonna need to come down and do this one. That's probably gonna be you, Lustrous. We never did get you much, we never did get you much skill range, unfortunate and Lustrous. Now, the thing we want to do, if we can, on this night, is not use teleports. And not use energy potions. So I'm just going to kind of tuck myself back here and hopefully nothing weird happens. You can come around here. You're gonna keep clearing out these. Okay, so now where's the next one? The next one is over here. Now, are you isolated? You are. I'll give you 3. Three wasn't quite enough, unfortunately. Zap the Accursed, because he deserves every bit of whatever's coming to him. Okay, then I'll move over this way to get ready for what's coming next. Now, over here, nothing is lit, so we're good. Over here, we still haven't started getting work done here, so I'm just gonna spend one of these to make sure that all of these go away. And then I'm not going to mess around with the potential of bulkies ruining my fun. This character has a warp crystal, so I am okay moving them around. Now, we need to be mindful of the fact that we could still have spearmen show up out of nowhere. So we don't want to be too close to the edge. So we'll do that. And then I think I'll... Am I safe here? 1, 2, 3. Do we have a spearman on the map right now? I need to check their movement. Doesn't look like we do. Okay, so you're ready to get that one. You're ready to get that one. You're ready to get this one. You haven't even acted yet. Yeah, it was definitely, they definitely mixed it up. I will spend the mana here. This is Seraphina. She gets back a lot of mana every turn. So I'm just gonna do that so that hopefully we don't get booped. And then I think I'll probably move over here and just like... Okay. And then this guy's gonna move. Okay, so we're fine being like here. All right. Then you still have actions. You just don't have range. All right, we'll just move you back. Okay. I think we'll be okay. Wait a second. Did I? Oh, I could have extinguished on that turn, and I didn't. Whoops. I forgot the final night doesn't work that way. Silly me. Okay. All right, well, we're going to take one more turn than we were supposed to. But that's okay. We'll be fine. There's an argument that that might be a safer way to do it, but I don't think it is. I think I made an oopsie. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, it's weird. I feel like on the first turn, I usually don't have this much latitude to do what I need to do. with good reason. Have I? Okay, I haven't done this one. Okay, so is that all of them? Let's double check. I want to make absolutely sure. Nothing, 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 nothing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so I'm gonna spend some action potions here if I need to. I may not actually need to. Yeah, I'm not sure where that brain cramp went from. I think I just haven't played Elderlicht in a while. All right. I will come over here and okay. Then you over here. I should run forward a bit just so I get good target selection. Oh, we miss out on a few that I was expecting to get, but pure power. Oh, hey, Thrifty procced. Ugh, don't remind me. How did I not get the kill there? Okay, be gone. Okay, I think we can stay out here relatively safely. You absolutely need to get home. Let's step once so that I can at least get the bulky going. And by going, I mean gone. Okay, we refunded 2 action points. Thanks to that. The joys of legendary assassin procs. You gotta love them. Ooh, missing that hopper was a bummer. But we're still going. Let's walk one more this way. And then one up. Alright, and then we get... The Guardian's blocking line of sight is always a bummer, but... We're netting more AP than we're losing. How is this guy still alive? Absolutely outrageous. Alright, we have the warp crystal, so let's... move to here. And we can... at least zap one. Let's see, you're still just... Stunning Strike, you have a 3 range. So you're here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. You're okay here. You're ready to move around to somewhere else. And Lustrous should not be here. We should relocate him. Taking out a Guardian isn't a terrible idea. Okay. Get you there so that you're ready to go to the next one. All right. I think we're good. If you step over this way, can you get rid of that so we can just see what we're doing? Okay. Oh, I missed this guy. I think the game is telling me to go get him. Is there an easier way to do it? Unless just Yuslav, you don't, but I can, if I hit you with a transfer or two. There we go. All right, so that should be the knight. That should be progressing the throne. Okay. Which is what I should have done previously. We're going to be like one more night worth of pinched. But they become things. This becomes more like it shifts from being a test of action point availability to becoming a test of your mobility. And we got good mobility. Okay, so I'm gonna have Illustrious come do these two. Those are done. Then if I move to here, I can do that. Stunning entrance to here. We have blink, so blink to here. This is why we have energy pots. Okay. And then just gonna stun those guys up so they don't ruin things. Okay. Someone might have to come around to help out with that. Then we got one over here. Back here we go again. Where else do we have any lit? We got one over here. This one's the easiest one of all. We'll just do that. Does that mean we got them all? Looks like we did. Okay, so let's wreak some havoc over here. See if we can get back up to full AP. So far we're breaking exactly even. You'll love to see it. Yep. We have exactly infinite AP, it feels. This guy not dying was a slap in the face. But what can you do? We can afford to spend some AP. Or spend some MP, that is. Did I really miss something here? You haven't even taken your turn yet. We still have 4 teleports, so I think I'm gonna come over here and just try and lessen the quantity of baddies coming in on this side. Hate to see those misses. I should have fired that up first. Can I not move anymore? All right, fine. I'll just do what I can reach. I'm not going to bother with that bulky. And then you have a decently long range. Now you can actually get close to that one and be safe. I'll just So let's see. So if this thing moves to here, and then it has a snipe shot that is 6 to 8. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it could hit there. Yeah, I think it can pretty much hit anywhere. I think I have to just be far away. But if I move over here, I think we're just going to get shot by it no matter what I do. But that's just, I guess that's just going to be okay. Let's see. Good stun there. Just keep everybody locked down. And then I think I will move... I'll move over to here, but while I'm on my way over here, let me just clean these up. Have I cleaned up all the panic causers? Looks like I have. You have a blink left and more mana than you know what to do with, so I'm going to move you back like this. Could have also just used a transfer to do that, but let's... We're at the... Oh, you're here. You probably don't want to stay here, right? Since it's a warp crystal, I don't mind spending the mana. I don't think Illustrious is going to go through 90 mana. Yeah, you don't want to stay here. In fact, yeah, we should... We just neglected to do your turn. I thought I gave some accuracy to this hero. It's not seeming like it. Bit of a fighting retreat here. I'm trying to get an eye on this guy. There we go. Good enough for government work. Hit ourselves with a blink. And then I'll just kind of come over here. Okay, so that's your turn. That's your turn. I think everyone's good. They're all relatively safe. I could blink on you. Just get you a little more. It doesn't matter. You're 1 tile off of the wall. I think you'll be fine. All right, and this is the turn where we just do the thing. All we have to do is do that, and then we just have to kill the Archivist. We have extreme mobility, so we just need to get the right people into the right places, and we'll be good. And we'll do it 1 turn above optimal. So we're going to start out and we're going to see how well Illustrious can do. We got none here. Oh, just kidding. Hold on. So... Okay, so there's one. Seems like this side got a little shafted on them. There's one over here, which you will come take care of. Okay, we're gonna be spending mana like it's going out of style. Also, ugh. Ugh, being 1 mana off feels bad there. Alright, well, let's see. Let's try this out. Get that one. Someone needs to come down and get this one, and there's 2 over here. You look like you're decent for the 2 over here, so let's start with that. Power staffs are great for getting around. There we go. Then we can use scroll to get over to that one. All right. Then you... I'm gonna go deep on these 2 with this hero. I feel like I'm missing some. Hold on. It gets so visually difficult to tell. We got one back here. You're doing this one, but the problem is your blinks are kind of awkward. Because you need 1 more movement. I'm gonna have to use 2 blinks to get there. And then I'm gonna have no blinks left over. That's probably fine. We'll just chug energy potions twice, and we'll just try and lay waste to the field over here and carve ourselves out a little safe haven. I suspect there's not going to be a lot left over here to worry about. Although we do have some pretty chunky enemies over here to do battle with. Yeah, this particular night, the visuals on it are very challenging. Oh, not getting the kill on that accursed is pretty lame. Is there a guy right here? Emphasis on... Well, I guess I didn't say was there a guy right there, but I should have. Okay, none of those. None of those. These corner ones look okay. We still haven't gotten this one, but I'm planning on doing this one with you. Oh. Oh, that's a bug. You can double hit a single one. I accidentally did it too quickly. It's not gonna make a difference, but that was a bit of an interesting mistake to make. Yeah, you can double activate those to no effect. Fastest misclick in the West. Indeed. Indeed. Now this guy, he has range 3, so we need to teleport like over to here to be safe. Now, in Lustrous, you still have lots of AP. And I think we've got everything. Let me double check one more time. 3 and 3. Nothing there. Nothing here. Nothing here. These two are taken care of. These are taken care of. These are taken care of. I think I've got everything. I need to get people to safety. And I also have the secondary goal of trying to rid the world of as much of the panic as I can. Which I guess that's probably all Lustrous is going to be. We can't de-panic this guy because he's just invincible. Then I guess our solution on this side is, I think, largely to just kill the stuff that is threatening us, because I don't think we're going to... We do have teleports, but we have a lot of AP left, too. I'm going to do 4 there. 2 there. Get that. Ooh, 4 was way too many. Our hand crossbow has officially started on isolated targets, doing a lot. Yeah. That is a fairly hard-hitting hand crossbow. And if I'm somewhat careful, I can still find some isolated targets here. The other mod that I would love to see get made is a better stat tracking mod. Would be super fun. If I move back 1 this way and then 1 this way. Nah, those were bad moves. I think we take the kills that we can get here, even though it means that we can't get the accursed on this turn. We'll get him next turn. But yeah, a better stat tracking mod. I'd love to know, like, actually how much damage heroes have done. Like, a lot of those stats are pretty janky. Okay, so it says there's still panic somewhere. Oh yeah, it's this dude. We can't fix that dude. All right, let's see. Are you safe? You're safe enough. You've created a bubble of safety. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you did it. Whoops. You have a lot of movement, so maybe we just like drop a stun and then scoot on over to here. Then you're safe. You're safe. Isaac. Oh, Isaac just has teleports. Okay. Good. There we go. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right. All right. Archivist time. Hey, Zeal. Good to see ya. So it finally counts crit as highest damage. That would be a nice thing, for sure. Oh crap, they destroyed the throne and now he's mad. But if we kill this freak, we could all something. I didn't read it fast enough. Okay, here come the baddies. Oh, wow, that guy didn't die. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. How'd you do? Yeah, absolutely unaffected. Yes. I think I'm gonna give first crack to Illustrious. See if he has what it takes. But yeah, broke my wall. We lost a wall. Shame. Shame, I say. Alright. Let's see. How many steps does it take for you to hit max? 4 gets you maxed out. Alright. Let's warp crystal the rest of the way. Let's get him isolated. I don't think there's a reason not to. We certainly have AP for it. Okay, so we're currently getting like a 4,000 point hit maximum. Slightly more with the... So this is why I like Magic Bash. Even with Proximity Shot, we're still doing more damage with Magic Bash. All right, we'll leave that there. Illustrious did a good job. Our second best damage dealer, I feel like, is actually Shadow. I think, right? Well, actually, let's get everybody over and check it out, right? We can just bring everyone to the party. Like, you're not going to be doing much damage at all, right? Yeah, you do like 1,000. That's pretty lame. You should feel bad. Walls were harmed in the making of this stream. Indeed they were. And at great shame to me. So you're hitting for... Well, we got to change the UI. We have too many modifiers going on. Crank it down to 100%. So you're doing like 2,000 to hit. That's fine. It's all well and good, but we can do better, I think. You do 1,200. That's not nearly enough. I'll just come over here. You're hitting for like 9. Ooh, you're hitting for 909 to 999. That's kind of fun. So let's see. Who's not over here yet? Oh, everybody's over here? All right. So let's see. So what's your hit on that? 1,700. You're hitting for 3,000 with each sword of Damocles. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna give Freyja the final blow. That's respect to her. The damage that she's gonna do with 9 magic missiles at 3,000 per is the most. So goodbye, Archivist. There it goes. Like 2,300-ish, pretty reliably. Poof. Yeah, we did it. It's been a while. This was one that I had just been dreading doing. Thank you, Larius. Appreciated. Oh, I didn't pop that out, did I? Get that there. Yeah, not bad. Casual 20k magic missile damage. Not too bad. Oh yeah, I mean, Elderlicht games are like 2-stream games. So let's see, this one took me, I think I played for 6 hours on the first stream and then 9 hours today. So it took me, and then 3 hours today. So it took me like 9 hours to play this Elderlicht run. It was a good run. Finally re-established our APOC 6 win there. But yeah, we did the thing we needed to do. Played 7 hours last time, so it's like a 10-hour ordeal doing Elderlicht. Thank you for checking in, Lustrous. Yeah, it was a good run. I think it was very under control. We didn't really have any moments where I felt like things were out of control after night maybe 3 or 4, once we started to get things in play. Goes to show you the power of multi-hit. Like, our heroes were absolutely ridiculous. This is where the storyline foreshadows that we're secretly just a dog having a dream. Really? That is a piece of lore that I missed, Larius. If that's the case, that's amazing. But yeah, there's an Elderlicht APOC 6 victory. It's not terrible. Not terrible. We did okay. We were a maestro. What does that mean? One hero inflicted 32 crits in a single turn. That's a fun one. I kind of wish that they would redesign this. This carousel is, like, I think they spent a lot of time and action, a lot of time and attention, making for a lot of, like, interesting things that you could do, but then you don't necessarily see it. You know, like, what's this red one? Oh, it's just Elderlicht Survivor. Yeah, they're cool, though. And then we'll take a look at our heroes. No deaths this entire run. To no one's great surprise, Seraphina was an absolute monster. Mana Collector goes so hard with Hand Crossbow and Archmaester's Wand. Where did the extra 2 hours come from? That's a good question. There are a lot of weird things like that that I will never know the answer to. But yeah, so we had 2 heroes with 100% stun, which allows you to stun bulkies and twisted with decent reliability. Illustrious ended up at 73 momentum. The max hit here is not going to be accurate, but we'll take a look anyways. 2575 there. Seraphina's max hit was 5693. Doesn't tell the whole story, but this claims that you did 300k damage. You did 472k. 500k is usually... So there are stats, they're not accurate, though, Zeal. They're not entirely to be trusted. I bet everyone's nemesis was accursed. Most units killed in a single blow is an interesting one. So Seraphina had 9. 7 for Freya. 9 for Shadow. Isaac managed to get 6 in a single killing blow. And Lustrous, most was 3. See, that seems like that's wrong, because I definitely had some perfect booms where I would have killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. Whenever you finish a game, your shortbow character stomps everyone else in damage. Shortbow, Rain of Arrows is good, for sure. But at least in my experience, you're never going to get numbers like, say, what Seraphina's rocking right here. But the stats are definitely a little wacky. They could use some love. But yeah, Seraphina had 1,000 critical hits. Freyja had like 600. Prove 600. Illustrious had 9 critical hits, one of which was against a Twisted, as a side note. But yeah, the thing that I think was most interesting about the story of Illustrious here is that Proximity Shot is very good. Very, very strong. Does a lot of work. But even with Proximity Shot, it only barely caught up to Scepter in terms of damage and was actually a little behind Scepter in damage. And if we look here, we'll see that, yeah, we had 11%. We had 11% magic damage. We have 15% range damage. So it goes to show the Scepter, because of its innate resistance reduction, does so much work. And then Thorndyke did a good job too. But yeah, this was a solid run. Thorndyke still had a 1600 best blow. I wish that included crits though, because crits are a big part of the story. Like, for instance, if we look at why, say, Seraphina was so effective, she had 87% crit, but when she crit, she was doing 315% more damage, and that was scaling up over the course of a run. So, makes a big difference. But anyways, we did the thing. Looks good. Strong contingent of heroes. And, yeah. That's gonna put a bow on another one. We'll double check. I believe I've done APOC 6 Glint Fine. That one's very straightforward. It's not very fun. That's the thing. APOC 6, this will be my my last time. So we got a 6 there, a 6 there, a 6 there, a 5 on Glenwall, and a 5 on Glintfine. So I guess we do have a couple more 6s we could do if we wanted to. Glenwall is a very easy 6, but yeah, I'll use this last moment at the end of this stream before we switch over to our next game, which will be Wantless, to just talk a little bit about my problem with APOC 6. So I really like the APOC system. I generally have been advocating for it to be overhauled, though. I think it would be amazing if it was a bit more like Slice and Dice. If you haven't played Slice and Dice, basically you have positive and negative modifiers that you can add to the game. And if you add positive modifiers, it gives you... and basically they cancel each other out. So, like, let's say Apocalypse 6 was 10 points, then you would be able to get 10 omens, for instance. That's the way I think it would work best in here. Yeah, I haven't played it on stream in Lustrous, but it's a really cool game if you're looking for something. It's also available on mobile, but it's one of those really good mobile games that I think you have to download and sideload, but that's a different story. Oh, you do? Okay. So yeah, so I would love the idea where the omens that you could select were counterbalanced by like a bunch of modifiers, like 3 times as many elites, 20% extra health, you know, so on and so forth. So basically, you could do a lot more customization of your run as opposed to this sort of like on rails experience. But then the issue that I have broadly is I think everything up to APOC 5 feels amazing, right? You are strengthening the enemies and giving them more capability. I mean, increased cost is kind of but then this one, it just saps some of the power fantasy out of the game. All of a sudden, gear is significantly worse, and part of the fun of the game is digging through gear and finding those amazing finds and finding that like +3 multi-hit item or things like that. And with APOC 6, now every item comes with like a lame downside where you're like, well, this is an amazing item, but I can't take it because of X, or I can't take it because of Y. So I wish that they would change that. Who knows, they might. The DLC is coming. It's also something that I may address in the mod that I'm writing. But I think at the moment, what we're going to do is I'm going to run another ad break. If you're hanging out and you like the content, this is a great moment if you're over in Twitch land to toss me a sub on the YouTubes. And if you're already on the YouTubes, this is an amazing moment to join the Discord. I would love to have you there. But I'm going to run an ad break, and when we come back, we'll switch over to Wantless. But give me a moment here. I'm going to go get a refill on water, check on the pupper, all the good things. Be right back. All right. So YouTube, or at least Twitch, tells me that the ad is hopefully done if you're hanging out in YouTube land. Apologies. Ooh, we'll cut the end of that off. Stop the recording. And yeah, in YouTube land, I'll be right back. You'll get forwarded to the next game that we're going to play, which I will start moving towards. And yeah, I'll be right back.